Steve and the Crystal of Harmony. Once upon a time, there was a boy named Steve who loved playing Minecraft after school. It was his way to unwind and relax. However, Steve had two younger brothers who often interrupted him during his game. As soon as they entered his room, he would start yelling and calling them various unkind names. Steve couldn't understand why he got so angry and why he couldn't control his temper. One evening, after another difficult day where his brothers disturbed him again, he decided to go for a walk to cool down. He took a deep breath and began to think about how he could find a way to solve his problem. Then he heard a gentle whisper in the wind that seemed to say, "Steve, you must find the Crystal of Harmony." Intrigued, Steve decided to embark on a quest to find the mysterious Crystal of Harmony. He knew it might be his only chance to find peace and solve his anger issues. He packed a backpack with a few essentials and set off on his journey. The first place he reached was the mysterious Minecraft forests. There, he met a sage named Elder, who told him that to find the Crystal of Harmony, he must first learn to control his emotions. Elder gave him a task. Try to build something beautiful, but each time something goes wrong, instead of getting angry, take a deep breath and try again. Steve began building a grand castle from blocks. At first, everything was going well, but suddenly one block fell and destroyed part of his construction. Steve felt anger rising within him, but he remembered Elder's words. He took a deep breath, calmed down, and started anew. After several attempts, the castle was finished, and Steve felt proud and at peace. Next, Steve arrived at a mountain trail where he met a knight named Sir Roland. The knight told him that to find the Crystal of Harmony, he must learn to cooperate with others. He gave him a task. You must climb this mountain, but you can't do it alone. You must find someone to help you. Steve looked around and saw a group of animals also trying to climb the mountain. There were wolves, rabbits, and birds. Steve realized he needed to work with them. With the wolves' help, he found a safe path. The rabbits showed him how to avoid dangerous spots, and the birds warned of approaching storms. Thanks to cooperation, they all reached the mountain's summit, and Steve felt he had learned something important. Finally, Steve reached the mysterious cave where he was supposed to find the Crystal of Harmony. Inside, he met an old witch named Luna. Luna told him that the Crystal of Harmony lies in his heart, but to activate it, he must learn to forgive himself and others. Luna gave him one last task. You must return home and apologize to your brothers for your behavior. You must also forgive yourself for not always being able to control your emotions. Steve returned home and summoned the courage to talk to his brothers. He told them how sorry he was for his angry outbursts and promised to try to be more patient. His brothers were surprised, but accepted his apology and promised to try not to disturb him during his game. From that day on, Steve began applying all the lessons he learned during his journey. When he felt anger rising, he took a deep breath and remembered the beautiful castle he built. When he felt lonely, he recalled cooperating with the wolves, rabbits, and birds. And when he felt guilty, he remembered that forgiveness is the key to harmony. Steve discovered that the Crystal of Harmony truly exists within his heart, and that through it he could find inner peace and better handle difficult emotions. From that day on, his home became a place full of peace and understanding. And Steve learned that true strength lies in the ability to control oneself and forgive others. Does Steve remind you of someone? What lessons from his journey can you apply to your own life? What techniques can you use to better manage anger and frustration? Remember, Each of us has a crystal of harmony within that can help us find peace and understanding in difficult times.